We live in a world that is addicted to the noise of the struggle. Everywhere you look, society tells you to grind, to hustle, and to force your way to the top. We are taught that if we aren't exhausted, we aren't trying. We are told that success is a mountain we must conquer through sheer brute force. But what if the greatest achievers in history knew a secret that we have forgotten? What if the key to manifesting your dream life isn't found in more effort, but in a profound shift of your internal state? The Stoics were not men who hid from the world. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome. He managed millions of people and led massive armies. Yet in his private diary, he wrote these 4 words. Confine yourself to the present. He realized that the more we fight against the natural flow of life, the more we push our goals away. Think about it. When you grip a handful of sand too tightly, it slips through your fingers. When you hold it with an open, relaxed palm, it stays. Manifestation in the Stoic sense is not about magic tricks or wishful thinking. It is about magnetism. It is about becoming the kind of person that opportunities simply cannot help but find. Think about water. Water is the softest substance, yet it can wear down the hardest rock. It doesn't argue with the mountain. It flows around it, over it, and through it. Eventually, the water wins. This is effortless action. Today, I am going to share 10 Stoic rules that will help you stop chasing and start attracting. These rules will show you how to release the hidden tension that has been blocking your path. By the end of this journey, you will understand how to step into a flow state, where success becomes a natural byproduct of your character. Before we dive into this ancient wisdom, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. It signals to the universe, and more importantly, to yourself, that you are ready for a transformation. If you truly want to anchor this energy into your life, type this in the comments. When I relax, everything comes to me. If you find these insights helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. It's a small click, but it is a meaningful way to support this mission as I walk alongside you toward a better life. Don't just watch this video, experience it. Don't skip a single rule, because the 10th rule is the one that ties every single piece of the puzzle together. Rule 1, the power of preferred indifference. There is a strange law in human nature. The more desperately you need something, the further it stays from you. Desperation has a scent. It tells the world that you are lacking, that you are incomplete, and that you are afraid. Desperation creates resistance, and resistance is the wall that blocks your blessings. The Stoics practiced a concept called preferred indifference. Epictetus, who began life as a slave and ended it as one of the world's greatest teachers, said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Now listen closely. This doesn't mean you should stop wanting a better house, a loving partner, or a successful career. It means you must stop needing them to be happy. Think about a social situation. Imagine you are at a gathering. If you show up terrified that people won't like you, you act awkward. You act needy. You push people away without even knowing it. But if you show up thinking, I would prefer it if people liked me, but I am perfectly happy being myself either way, you radiate confidence. You become magnetic. This is exactly how you must approach your goals. You must say to the universe, I would prefer success, but I do not require it for my peace of mind. When you reach this state of detached desire, you stop sending out the vibration of lack. You start operating from a place of abundance. Paradoxically, once you prove to yourself that you don't need the thing to be happy, the thing usually arrives. You become a container that is ready to hold success without being destroyed by it. You stop being a hungry ghost and start being a sovereign soul. Rule 2. Become an anchor in the present. Most people spend 99% of their lives in 2 places that don't actually exist, the past and the future. They are either mourning what went wrong yesterday or worrying about what might go wrong tomorrow. Because their mind is scattered, their power is scattered. The Stoics understood that your creative power only exists in the now. If you are not present, you are not home to receive the gifts life is trying to give you. Seneca, the great philosopher and advisor, wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Think of your mind like a magnifying glass. If the glass is shaking and moving across 100 different spots, it can't start a fire. But if the glass is held perfectly still, focused on a single point in the present, it generates heat. It creates fire. Presence is magnetic because it is rare. In a world of distracted people, a present person is a powerhouse. When you are fully present in your work, you produce excellence. When you are fully present in your relationships, you create deep, lasting connection. Manifestation happens when you stop waiting for your real life to begin. Your real life is happening right now, in the way you drink your tea, the way you speak to your family, and the way you handle a simple task at your desk. When you treat the present moment as a sacred gift, life starts giving you more moments worth celebrating. Stop living in the waiting room of your life. Step into the arena of today. Rule 3, transform obstacles into fuel. One of the biggest lies we are told by modern society is that a good life is a life without problems. Because of this lie, when a challenge arises, a lost job, a broken heart, or a failed project, we think we have failed. We get angry, we feel sorry for ourselves, and we give up. But the Stoic rule is fundamentally different. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that the obstacle isn't blocking your path. The obstacle is the path. Consider a fire. If you put a small candle in a strong wind, it blows out. But if you have a massive bonfire, that same wind actually makes the fire grow. The wind becomes fuel. You must become the bonfire. Every no you receive is a chance to refine your character. Every setback is a chance to build your resilience. When you stop complaining about your problems and start asking, "How can I use this to my advantage?" you become unstoppable. The universe stops sending you obstacles to stop you and starts sending them to train you. You begin to manifest success because you have become a person who cannot be defeated by temporary circumstances. You are no longer a victim of fate. You are a partner with fate. Drop a comment if you're ready to flip the script. My challenges are my teachers. Rule 4. Reclaim your inner authority. Stop and think. How many times today have you given your power away? You gave it to the person who cut you off in traffic. You gave it to the coworker who didn't say thank you. You gave it to the news or the social media feed that made you feel small. The Stoics taught that true manifestation begins when you reclaim your inner authority. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have total, absolute control over what those events mean to us. If your happiness depends on a certain bank balance or a certain person's opinion, you are a slave. You are a puppet, and the world is pulling your strings. You will never manifest anything great as a puppet. But when you decide that your internal state is your own responsibility, you become free. Manifestation power comes from internal stability. When you are not constantly reacting to every little thing, you have more energy to focus on your vision. People are drawn to those who have self-mastery. Opportunities flow to those who aren't easily rattled by the weather or the economy. Reclaim the keys to your kingdom. Decide today that no external event has the power to ruin your mood without your permission. When you are the boss of your own mind, you become the boss of your own destiny. Rule 5. The practice of strategic stillness. In our culture, doing nothing is seen as a failure. We feel guilty if we aren't busy. We equate busyness with worth. But there is a huge difference between motion and progress. A rocking chair moves a lot, but it never gets anywhere. The Stoics understood the power of strategic non-action. This doesn't mean being lazy. It means knowing when to push and knowing when to wait. It means having the courage to be still while the mud of a situation settles so the water becomes clear again. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your goals is to step back and let the universe do its work. If you have planted a seed in a garden, you don't dig it up every 5 minutes to see if it's growing. That only kills the plant. You water it, you give it sunlight, and then you trust the process of nature. Most of our action is actually just anxiety in disguise. We take frantic steps because we are afraid things won't work out. But frantic action usually leads to expensive mistakes. When you learn to be still, you begin to hear your intuition. You start taking inspired action instead of desperate action. Inspired action feels light. It feels right. It leads to 10 times the results with a fraction of the effort. Be still enough to receive the direction you need. Rule 6. Gratitude as an energy field. Most people treat gratitude like a thank you note they write after they get what they want. But for the Stoic, gratitude is a tool you use before you get what you want. Gratitude is the energy of abundance. When you are genuinely grateful for what you have right now, even if it's just the air in your lungs and the shoes on your feet, you are signaling to the world that you are a receiver. If you constantly complain about what is missing, you are signaling lack, and the law of life is that you will always get more of what you are signaling. This isn't just philosophy, it's psychological focus. When you are grateful, your brain literally starts looking for more things to be grateful for. You start noticing opportunities and people that your complaining mind was completely blind to. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Start every single day with 3 things you are grateful for. Not just the big things, but the small things. The smell of coffee, the warmth of the sun, the chance to try again. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. When you appreciate what you have increases in value. Rule 7. Emotional sovereignty. We often think our emotions are reactions to the world. We think, I'm sad because they left me, or I am angry because I lost money. But the Stoics realized that emotions are created by our interpretations. If you want to manifest a high-level life, you must have emotional sovereignty. You cannot be a victim of your feelings. Seneca taught that a mind that seeks the truth stays focused on what is eternal, not what is temporary. When a strong emotion comes up, whether it's fear, jealousy, or anger, don't try to push it away. That just makes it stay longer. Instead, observe it. Look at it like a scientist looking at a specimen. Ask yourself, what thought am I having right now that is creating this feeling? Usually, the feeling comes from a story you are telling yourself. When you change the story, the emotion changes. When you master your emotions, you master your energy. And since manifestation is essentially an energy game, you become a master creator. You stop leaking energy through useless drama and start channeling all that power into your vision. If you're ready to step into this power, type, "I am the master of my emotions" in the comments. Let the world know you are no longer for sale. Rule 8. The philosophy of enough. One of the fastest ways to manifest everything you want is to realize that you already have enough to be happy. This sounds like a massive paradox, doesn't it? You might ask, if I already have enough, why would I try to manifest more? But here is the secret. The energy of enough is the only solid foundation for more. When you feel like you have enough, you stop being desperate. And as we discussed, the lack of desperation makes you magnetic. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome, yet he would often spend days living like a poor man. He would eat simple food and wear rough clothes. He did this to prove to himself that his happiness didn't depend on his bank account. This made him fearless. When you aren't afraid of losing what you have, and you aren't desperate for more, you operate from a place of pure power. You take bigger risks. You speak more boldly. You attract wealth because you aren't chasing it to fill a hole in your soul. You are attracting it because you are a match for it. You manifest from a place of fullness, not a place of emptiness. Rule 9. The courage of authentic expression. You cannot manifest a life that belongs to someone else. Many of us are trying to attract things because society, or our parents, or our friends told us we should want them. We want the car, the job, or the title because we want to be seen as successful. But the Stoics knew that the only path to real power is through your true self. Marcus Aurelius warned us against looking at what our neighbor says or does. He told us to look within. When you're living a lie, when you are in a career you hate or pretending to be someone you aren't, you create internal friction. This friction acts like a brake on your life. It's like trying to drive a car with your foot on the brake. When you have the courage to be authentic, to say what you think, to follow your genuine interests, and to show your true face, the brake comes off. You align with your personal destiny. The right people find you. The right opportunities appear out of nowhere. The universe rewards authenticity with speed. Stop trying to fit in. You were born to stand out and lead your own life. Rule 10. Trust in the universal timing. This is the final and most important rule of all. You must learn to trust divine timing. The Stoics called this Amor Fati, the love of fate. We often think we know exactly when things should happen. We want the money now. We want the breakthrough now. We want the relationship yesterday. But the universe has a much broader view than we do. Sometimes a delay is actually protection. Sometimes the reason you haven't manifested the big goal yet is because you haven't grown into the person who can handle it. If you give a small child $1 million, you ruin their life because they don't have the character to manage it. The universe waits until you are ready. Trust that if it hasn't happened yet, it's because there is more for you to learn, or because there is something even better coming that you can't even see yet. Trusting the timing allows you to relax. And as we started this journey by saying, relaxation is the key to manifestation. When you trust, you stop being anxious. When you stop being anxious, you become magnetic. You do your work with joy, you treat people with kindness, and you keep your heart open. You stop fighting the river and you start flowing with it. You now have the 10 rules that have guided kings, emperors, and sages for thousands of years. You have the blueprint to stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the architect of your reality. But here is a truth you must face. Wisdom without action is just entertainment. If you turn off this video and go back to your old habits of worrying, rushing, and reacting, then these minutes we spent together were wasted. Don't let this be just another video you watch and then forget 5 minutes later as you scroll to the next distraction. The Stoics didn't have vision boards, and they didn't spend their time wishing on stars. They had a vision of character. They knew that when you fix the person inside, the world outside has no choice but to change. It is a law of nature. You don't get what you want. You get who you are. I want you to make a commitment right now. Pick just one rule from this list, whether it's strategic stillness or preferred indifference, and apply it for the next 24 hours. Just one day. Prove to yourself that this works. Watch how people react to your new calm. Watch how opportunities appear when you stop chasing them with desperate energy. Your journey is already complete. Everything you want is already on its way to you, provided you stay in the flow and maintain your discipline. If you found value in this masterclass, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It tells the algorithm that this wisdom matters, and it helps us reach more people who are drowning in the noise of the modern world. If this message touched your soul, share it with one person who is struggling right now. Be the reason they find their peace today. Now I want to see your vision. Comment below exactly what you are going to manifest in your life using these Stoic rules. Is it a new career, a deeper relationship, or perhaps a level of peace you've never felt before? Write it down. When you write it, you make it real. To seal this message into your heart and join our growing movement of modern warriors, comment one last time. I relax, I trust, I receive. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned, because we build calm strength here every single day. You are not alone on this path. Stay strong, stay sovereign, and as always, live according to your highest self. I will see you in the next one.